My name is Daniel. I'm 29 years old. I work from home, I live alone, and until 8 days ago, I considered myself a pretty rational person. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't watch horror movies. I don't scare easily. I'm telling you this because I need you to understand what I'm about to share with you is not a joke. It's not a creative writing exercise. It's not something I dreamed up for attention. This happened to me, and I haven't slept a full night since. It started on a Tuesday. I woke up around 9 a.m., reached for my phone like I always do, and noticed my battery was at 11%. That was strange. I always plug my phone in before bed, always. It's just one of those habits I've had for years. Wallet on the counter, keys on the hook, phone on the charger. But there it was, 11%. And the charger was still plugged into the wall, just not connected to my phone. I figured I must have knocked it off in my sleep, didn't think much of it. I plugged it in, made coffee, opened my laptop. It wasn't until after lunch that I actually looked at my phone properly. I had a notification I didn't recognize. Not a text, not an email. It was from my camera app. A little banner that said, "New video saved to your library." I remember staring at that notification for a long moment. I hadn't taken any videos recently, at least not that I remembered. I opened my photo library, and there it was, a video, untitled, 6 minutes and 47 seconds long, timestamp 3:14 a.m. My hands felt strange when I pressed play, kind of numb, like my body already knew something my brain hadn't caught up to yet. The camera adjusted, and I saw my bedroom. I saw me lying in bed, asleep, filmed from the corner of the room, near the closet. I watched myself sleep for almost 20 seconds, just trying to process what I was seeing. My chest rising and falling, my arm hanging off the side of the mattress, the faint blue glow of the streetlight coming through the curtains. And then I saw it. In the corner of the frame, on the right side of the screen, near the door, a shape. It was tall, dark, completely still, just standing there in my room, next to my door. I stopped the video. I actually stood up from my couch so fast I knocked my coffee off the table. I stood in the middle of my living room, heart hammering, just staring at my phone. I told myself it was a shadow, a trick of the light, my brain running wild. I made myself watch it again. It wasn't a shadow. Shadows don't have depth, they don't have dimension. This thing, whatever it was, had a shape, a silhouette. It was slightly darker than the rest of the darkness around it, and it was standing completely still, watching me sleep. I watched the video 4 more times. Each time I noticed something new. The second time I noticed my closet door was open. I always sleep with it closed, always. It's another one of my habits. I've had a thing about open closets since I was a kid. The third time, I noticed the breathing on the recording wasn't just mine. There was a second breath, slower, deeper, almost out of rhythm with my own, like something else in the room exhaling. The fourth time, I noticed that in the very last second of the video, right before it cut to black, the shape moved. It didn't walk, it didn't step forward, it just leaned, slowly, toward the bed, like it was curious. And then the video ended. I called my friend Marcus that evening. He's the kind of person who stays calm when I don't. I told him everything, the dead battery,
the notification, the video. He asked the logical questions. Had I sleepwalked? Maybe I'd recorded it myself. Had anyone else been in my apartment recently? Maybe someone was pranking me. I told him no to all of it. He drove over that evening. We watched the video together on my laptop, screen bigger, volume up. Marcus is not an easily shaken person. He grew up in a rough neighborhood. He's been in situations that would make most people fall apart. He watches the video, leans back on my couch, and doesn't say anything for almost a full minute. Then he says, "Daniel, that thing blinks." I didn't even catch that. He rewound it, pointed at the screen, and there, right around the 2-minute mark, the shape in the corner, 2 small, faint flickers, like eyes catching a tiny sliver of streetlight. Blinking. Whatever was in my room that night was alive. We went through my entire apartment that evening, every closet, every cabinet, under the bed, behind the furniture. Marcus brought a baseball bat. We checked everything. Nothing. The apartment was empty. But we found something. On the floor of my closet, the one that had been open in the video, there were marks, long, thin scrape marks in the hardwood, like something heavy had been dragged, or like something had been standing there for a long time, slowly shifting its weight. The marks were fresh. I know this because I'd cleaned my closet 2 weeks before, and the floor was spotless. Marcus didn't sleep over. I don't blame him. But he did help me set up my laptop camera facing my bedroom door before he left. I didn't sleep at all that night. In the morning, I checked the laptop. No new footage of anything unusual. But my phone, once again, was not on the charger. 9% battery. And there was a new video. 3:14 a.m. I almost didn't watch it. I sat on my couch for 20 minutes just holding my phone, trying to decide. Part of me knew that watching it was going to change something, that once I saw whatever was on it, I couldn't unsee it. I watched it. This video was different. This time, the camera started in the hallway, outside my bedroom door, and aimed at my closed door. And for the first 3 minutes, nothing happened. Just the hallway, just the door, the faint sound of me sleeping on the other side. Then the door slowly opened, and the camera walked into my room. Not quickly, not rushing, slowly, deliberately, like it had all the time in the world, like it had done this before. The camera approached my bed, got close enough that I could see my own face, close enough to count my eyelashes, and I was completely and totally unconscious. Not a single stir, not a single flinch. For almost 2 minutes it just watched me sleep from inches away. And then it lifted the phone, my phone, and pointed it directly at its own face. I've asked myself since then whether I saw a face. It had the right general shape, the right proportions, but something was deeply, fundamentally wrong with it in a way that I cannot fully describe, like someone who had studied what a face was supposed to look like from a distance and reproduced it imperfectly. The eyes were too wide, the mouth was too still, the skin, if you could call it that, seemed not to catch light the way skin does, like it absorbed it instead. It looked at the camera for exactly 7 seconds, and then it smiled. And then the video ended. I was out of my apartment within the hour. I stayed with Marcus for 4 days. I didn't go back for my clothes. I didn't go back for my laptop. I ordered everything I needed from where I was. On the fourth day, I made myself go back. I had a friend from work come with me, someone who didn't know the whole story, just that I'd had a scare and needed backup. The apartment looked completely normal. Nothing moved, nothing missing, nothing out of place. Except for one thing. On my bedroom mirror, the one above my dresser, written in what I can only describe as condensation, like breath on cold glass, were 6 words. I have been here since before. Since before what? I don't know. I photographed it. I have the photo. The words faded within about an hour, but they were there, and they were real, and my friend saw them too.
I don't live there anymore. I broke my lease, paid the fee, and now live across town in a place on the 3rd floor with a deadbolt, a chain lock, and a camera I installed myself pointing at my bedroom door. I've slept 5 full nights since I moved in. The other nights, I wake up at 3 a.m. Not because of a noise, not because of a nightmare. I wake up because my phone buzzes. A notification from my camera app. New video saved to your library. And every single time I look at the timestamp, 3:14 a.m. And every single time the battery is almost dead. I haven't watched one since. I'm too afraid of what I'll see looking back at me. But the worst part, the part that keeps me lying rigid in the dark every single night, is that I'm not sure it matters whether I watch them or not. It already knows where I sleep. Don't check your phone tonight, especially not at 3 a.m., especially not your camera roll.